Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in to my first official video blog for polyphonic.org. I'd also like to extend a huge thank you to all the wonderful people at Polyphonic for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences with the community and beyond. My name is Elaine Lee, and I'm the Librarian and Collections Associate at the University of Illinois Band. I'm going into my second year in this position, and I'm hoping that maybe I kind of know what I'm doing now. We'll see. In this position, I manage and oversee a library of over 7,600 print music titles, among other materials, and also assist with stage logistics and preparing programs for our concerts. However, the bulk of my job centers around the music preparation for 10 to 11 ensembles throughout the year, including 4 concert ensembles, 2 summer bands, 4 basketball/volleyball bands, and our 370-plus person marching band, the Marching Illini. It's reportedly the largest Marching Illini roster in history, by the way. So this is all very exciting, but a lot also has to happen backstage first. Luckily, we have an amazing faculty and staff, including our graduate students, our student staff, and the students who are just so invested in the program and their own education that they volunteer their own time to help out wherever they can. I was having a lot of trouble putting together what to say for my first video blog, so I'm just going to default into talking a little bit about what's going on at the University of Illinois Band, and also getting used to talking to a computer as slowly as possible. The first week of rehearsals for concert ensembles was last week, and the Marching Illini are already on quite a roll. They performed last week in Soldier Field in Chicago to help the Chicago Bears open their season, and only the day before they performed at our own game against Cincinnati. The best part of that game, though, was that at halftime they were joined on the field by 1,500 high school students from all around Illinois as part of Band Day. It took our director of athletic bands, Barry Hauser, a lot of time and energy to organize it, but you can see the photos online. It turned out pretty spectacular, and I think everyone had a great time. This year is also the first time that I'm physically preparing music for the Marching Illini. Last year we had the students print the music out themselves. So this means that this year when the students lose their music, we have to create new ones for them. And in a situation like last week's game where it was an especially windy day, the library just has to be very prepared for all the requests that will be coming in after that. The Illinois Wind Symphony is preparing for its first concert coming up in 3 weeks, and I'll probably have more insights on that after it happens because it's quite a production. It's a science fiction themed concert that's coinciding with a science fiction festival happening in town. We're having to interpret audio setups for electronic accompaniment and also trying to figure out how to balance a full wind ensemble with a soprano soloist. She'll probably be okay without amplification, but the Follinger Great Hall where we perform can be pretty live and challenging for everyone, but that's all part of the fun. The music preparation has been quite an adventure. One of the composer's computer crashed, so that resulted in a mix-up of editions, and I honestly wish I had been better prepared for it, but it's all just part of the learning process. Sometimes I think our library could have looked over all the parts one by one and note by note because we've done it before and it's actually kind of fun. But it makes me wonder if it's the library's responsibility or the composer's responsibility to make sure that everything's in its place before the music lands on the stand. Perhaps we're just helping. Perhaps it's another video blog for another day. So with everything going on here in this typical start to a year, the library has to remain flexible and accommodating because it's the only way to do this job. After all, according to the University of Illinois Band's motto, this is where it started and never stops. That's not a complaint at all, by the way. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in a few weeks.